Live on Facebook and YouTube. Please do not swear. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all well. We'll give it a minute, see if anybody comes on. You never know. I might not be on my own this Sunday morning. If anybody snoring, it's Lindsay. Dog's got kite on about something. Fifi, come on. Get in. Just lay down. Chill out. Easy like a Sunday morning. Not in this house. I'm in pain. Sorry, my pain, one or other. Well, I've got people on, but I've got no comment. Oh, there we go. Hey up, Mick. How you doing, mate? I'm okay. I'm hobbling about with my pot on. Like you do. Well, what can I say? Really? We're not even on about tarot reading, so go away. Syra. Whoever. DM me now for accurate readings, spiritual consultations. No, you're all right. We'll get a miss. Hey, Joe. Hope everyone's well. Because Lindsay comes on doing terror, so I think like they follow us and they go whatever, and it comes on, so they go, ooh, I'll go and put my spam in. Somebody commented today. Somebody make a joke commented. So yeah, so as you all know, I've injured my leg playing football. I've torn my Achilles tendon. Waiting to go for a scan at the hospital to see whether I need an operation or not. Oh, bless him, Joe. I hope he gets better soon. He's not too poorly with it. Yeah, so I've got a pot on and I'm hobbling about on my sticks. And it's just not nice at all. I'm just in constant pain with every muscle in my body aches because I'm using muscles that I haven't used for years with these bloody crutches, hobbling about. Yeah, and I've got to give myself injections in stomach of these blood thinners because apparently this injury can cause DVT. So it's all great. Waiting for a scan to go to the hospital. Got to go for an ultrasound. They'll decide then whether I need an operation or not, because if the gap between the tendon is more than 1 centimetre, they're going to have to operate. If it's less than 1 centimetre, they're going to leave it to heal naturally. So I was supposed to only have this pot on for 2 days, and then I was supposed to have one of them boot things, but it's not happening. It's been on since Wednesday. And hospital, I started heard note from hospital. So they tell me fibs. They're fibbing to me. Fibbing to me. So yeah, so we're not out investigating because we can't get out. Neither of us are capable of carrying camera anyway. And I think I'll fall over more on these sticks. So being out in a wood or an abandoned building won't be very good for me. I'm not very steady on these sticks at all. Which has given me quite a lot of time to sit about thinking about different things to do with paranormal. Hi, Claire, I hope you're well. Yeah, so I've been sat, not contemplating, but just thinking about investigations and things like that. And I've seen a lot of posts on social media about different equipment and equipment suppliers. This is not, and this video is not aimed at anybody in particular or any group or what equipment they use or anybody that sells paranormal equipment. And I don't want to slag, but I know I need to. Well, I've got some big red. We've got to order some new batteries for, and they should be coming today or tomorrow. The horrible Joe. All my arms are all under me armpits and my shoulders are killing. I'm not a little lad, am I? I just carry chuck my weight about. It's not very good. Yeah, so it's given me plenty of time to be thinking about it. So, and I've seen posts on social media, so I thought, well, why not? Got me thinking about this paranormal equipment. Is it worth it? Are we getting overcharged for it? What do everybody like to see? Do we like new school, old school? Do we like technology? Do you want to get back to basics? What's everyone's opinion? You know, I've got some bits of equipment of ours out that I can show you. You've all seen it before. But yeah, I mean, I look at a few web pages about the ghost hunting equipment, see what they say, and any ghost hunting equipment, whether it be new school, old school, it's only as good as the ghost hunter who uses it, or the paranormal investigator, whatever you want to call it. Simple equipment can be just as effective on an investigation as most of the sophisticated apparatus that is about today, as long as it's used right. And whatever they use, the evidence is only as good as the investigator that's carrying out the investigation. And some of the best evidence haven't been caught with, hey, Charlie, I wouldn't call you then. Charlene, hope you're well, in Michigan, USA. So what do you need to go on a ghost hunt? Well, basic. We aren't going into all the technology things. What do you need? Well, maybe, I don't know, notebook and pen for recording your notes, witness statements, making diagrams, drawings, whatever, writing stuff down. Sketch pad and pencils, maps and locations, flashlight or torch, whatever. Well, we all know we need a torch. We normally go out ghost hunting at night. And I think most people only go out ghost hunting at night because it's less, well, for us, it's because it's less contamination. There's less cars, there's less people about in the locations that we go to. So you're less likely to get, if you're in general, I'll use general cemetery for an example. If we're in general cemetery in day, you've got people walking through in day. You've got people walking through at night, but not as many. So we could be calling out, and then you look on video a voice that could be just somebody walking through. More likely to be somebody walking through in day than it is at night. Yeah, I agree, Claire. I think caps keep everyone in the chat involved in the investigation. And we have had a lot of relevant things. And do they work? We don't know. Dowsing rods, you like dowsing rods, Joe? Yeah. I mean, I think everything's got its place, old and new. Good morning, Jules. I hope you're well. I'm in pain. I'm in pain, and I am a pain if you ask Lindsay. She'll tell you. It's like role reversal at minute. I'm sitting going, Lindsay, can you just get me? Lindsay, will you get me? And then she sits down after she got me something. I said, oh, I forgot. Why you're up? She said, I'm not up anymore. I said, yeah, but when you get up again, I'll go and get it now. See, it's like role reversal. So yeah, other things. I don't know, a camera or a video camera to record it if you're not obviously live. They're basically basic things that you need. But like old school stuff they used to use, we've got all stuff like Rem Pods and EMF detectors and K2 meters. But they used to use things like compasses, didn't they? So if you can't afford or don't want to bother with all these EMF meters and stuff like that, a simple way for EMF detection is a compass. And they say the best way to carry a compass is leaving the compass open and flat out in the palm of your hand. Your arm should be bent at the elbow and level, extended at an angle from your body so that the compass is directly in front of you. Needle on the compass move each time you change direction according to report. It begins to spin when it encounters a ghost or something in a field. So if that, I will do in a bit. So if your compass starts spinning, there's definitely something's affecting it. Is it paranormal? We don't know, but something's affecting it. To be fair, if I got a compass and it started spinning wildly round, I think I'd freak out. But there you go. And as Joe said, dowsing rods. I mean, dowsing rods have been around for centuries, thousands of years maybe. It's one of the oldest forms of divination known to man, and it's been used for a variety of different reasons, including searches for underground water, discovering locations of unmarked graves, determining the sex of unborn children, and even locating ghosts. How it all works remains a mystery, but it's proven to be uncannily accurate over the years. And even the American Society of Dowsers admits that the reason the procedure works is entirely unknown. So to use dowsing rods to find ghosts, spirits, energies, whatever you want to call them, most dowsers recommend using 2 L-shaped rods that have been made from brass or some lightweight metal. Some dowsers even use metal coat hangers. So no standard material exists for it, really. The rod should be about 2 foot long and bent into an L shape that fits in your hand. Then you hold the short end of the rod so that the longer piece points outward from your body. The rod should be held loosely so they have room to swing easily back and forth. After that, you begin searching your location, and it's suggested that it is possible that by searching and by concentrating on what you're looking for, you can find them, find spirits, ghosts, and anomalous energy. And some even said dimensional portals using dowsing rods. Working about location, following where the rods lead you. They're supposed to point in the direction of the energy they detect, and a discovered energy source as the rods cross, signaling that an area in question has been found. So, do you know, are they effective? Again, is any of it effective? We don't know. I mean, we've used dowsing rods, but we ask a lot of questions with dowsing rods, and obviously we ask it for a yes and a no. So if they cross or they go out or they whatever, there's loads of different ways you can use dowsing rods. Hey, yo. But I'd like to bring more of that old school. Just got back from your jog. With 2 limbs he used like down rods to recruit a spot to drill for water. Wow, that's cool. I'll have to have a look at that, see if I can find out about that. I mean, there's other things. Mediumship. A lot of people use mediumship or psychic. Or where's Lindsay, John? It's very quiet. Hold on. There's her foot. Look, she's laid on settee. Still got her pajamas on. Oh yes, my jog. That's right. I mean, yeah, it is quiet. She's trying to keep quiet. Pardon me. It's that coat. Yeah, that's an idea, Claire. Maybe one night we can try using to direct us to a, take dowsing rods with us and have a walk around and see where it takes us. If it takes us to a, Jules says, lol, good morning, beautiful Lindsay.
Morning.
Ha ha ha, Linz, Joe says. So yeah, maybe we could take them and see if we can get to an area, and we'll let the dowsing rods decide where we're going. Rather than us just rocking up at a building or a place and going, right, we're going to go here. We'll start here. Let's see where dowsing rods take us. We'll have a walk, and if dowsing rods cross, we'll stop there and we'll put equipment down and we'll start, doing some investigation in that area. Worth a try, isn't it? Might make it a bit more exciting. Some people say we're boring. So EMF meters, first thing I want to talk about when we get on to more. So EMF meters, there's 2 different types of EMF meters there. K2 meter is the basic one that everyone everyone uses. The problem with these, for me, any EMF meters, and I'm not here again to slag any electronic equipment off, is you put your phone near it. Okay, my phone's off. Let me try and get it. I think you have to be using internet, but if I put my phone near it and use my phone, it's not going to do it, is it? Do you know, it's going to call me a liar now, this. So if I go, let me go on, because your phone, it doesn't always do it, but a lot of the time when it's searching using internet or whatever, I'm trying to put a, there we go, we're using internet on this. I'm going to turn my volume down because it's going to, there we go. I think the EMF meter's broke, but it does. You get it near electronic equipment, put it near this battery charger. Is it going to work? Oh, you can't see. But it does. It lights up. It isn't a, it wasn't made for ghost hunting. It wasn't designed for ghost hunting. It's just that people believe that ghosts are made up of electromagnetic energy, which can trigger these. It would, wouldn't it? First time I try and show you that the phone sets it off. I wonder if this, there we go, look, me sig. So there we go. If there's a ghost in this room, could you light these lights up? Are you a family member of mine? You know, not difficult, is it? You know, a lot of things, they are for finding electric currents. A lot of electricians use them to find wires, whatever. Not without the flaws, but also not. Now there's this one. Now this one, you see, this is slightly different, this one. This one has got a green. See that done? That's not picking it up. This one's slightly different. I don't know. But anyway. But yeah, that one's just got a readout, and rather than lighting up, it tells you in milligauss or whatever how many it is. If it's higher than a certain amount, it flashes red and beeps. Similar thing. But yeah, so the majority of EMF detectors, okay, 2 meters, been designed to read into a 30 to 500 hertz range of electromagnetic fields, calibrated at about 60 hertz, which is standard for most household fields. Your TVs and everything run at 60 hertz, unless you're really into gaming, and then it's probably higher. Your refresh rate on your telly is probably higher than 60 hertz in your monitor. And that's the other thing I was going to say. Well, baby coil, man. And it's just that it's gone back up to 50. You can buy these from places, an EMF meter, whichever one, for £20, $20, whatever you want to do. I don't know. You might even get them cheaper. You go on a paranormal site, and once it's got paranormal, and they put a nice little sticker with their label on it, or they put a beeper in it, because you can actually buy a little kit where you can make it so it beeps, this one as well. Then the price goes up to about £80. And it's just ridiculous how once you get paranormal put onto it, the price just shoots up. Well, that's with all of them. And I'm not, there's plenty of videos out there that you can, not so much EMF, but Rem Pods, but I'll get onto them in a minute. It's gut instinct is your best sense and investigate. It is gut instinct, what you're feeling, what you're sensing. These are all tools that we can use, all this equipment. But one of these going off like I said, ain't gonna prove, is it? That's not gonna prove paranormal where I can just sit and do that, because you don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, but we'd never do that.
We wouldn't, no, but I'm not saying other people would or wouldn't. So yeah, so once you put paranormal, that's the other thing I would have said, Robbie. Don't just look for a K2 meter and it comes up with a paranormal store and it's 80 quid. Don't think, wow, I'll get that. Shop about, have a look, go to different stores, go to places that aren't paranormal. And look, don't sell paranormal equipment. You'll get it a lot cheaper. There's loads of videos out there people have done on these. Sam from Life After Life TV Productions, she's done some videos and she's even made a Rem Pod for next to nothing from a door handle alarm. Okay, they're not as fancy as these. They've got one LED on them. But it works exactly the same. It's like these. We got these cat balls. Do they work? Don't they work? We don't know. We turn them on, we put them down, they don't move,
My cat balls off.
and they start flashing. Again, we don't know if any of this equipment is spirit doing it. But these used to be like under £1 each, and now, because a lot of people in the paranormal use them, they're like £12 for two. Again, shop about, Google it, search it. Don't just buy them, because people will rip you off. So we're going to move on to Rem Pods, because I'm not going to get bogged down in science of it all and everything, because it's just not worth it. It's not. But I mean, I'm not going to go into tri-field meters and all stuff like that. Blah 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 blah. So we've got Rem Pods now. Rem Pods are a bit different. It's because rather than a lot of ghost hunting equipment, cat balls are good, $7.50 on Amazon for a pack of 3. There you go. But you go to a paranormal store and they £12 for 2 or something like that. So like Robbie says, shop about. Don't, if you are going to buy them, don't just buy them from first place. I'm not even going to say where I've got this one from. Some people know, some people won't. It don't matter. It's irrelevant. It's a Rem Pod. You get the round ones, you get all different ones. This is slightly different because it radiates its own electromagnetic field. And Rem Pod actually stands for Radiating Magnetism Pod. Radiating Electromagnetism Pod. So REM, Rem Pod. So you turn it on. This one's got 4 lights, and this one tells you temperature as well. So something goes near it, it radiates that field. Something with, you can't really see them lighting up on this light. There you go. Makes a noise, lights up nicely. Again, they say spirits can influence it. They say it's easier for spirits to influence. But one I do like, that's very similar to that, but a bit more, is this one. And this is a Mel Meter. Again, these are quite expensive. I got this one second hand off Kenny. It is basically, I turned Rem on. This is a Rem Pod basically, look. But it's also got an EMF meter on it, and it's got a temperature, and you can put temperature on it, and it senses from there if temperature changes, and if temperature changes, there you go. Temperature's changed, so it's off on one. Nice bit of kit. They're expensive. I'm going to sneeze anyway. Oh, sorry about that. So yeah, so pardon?
Yeah.
I know. I'll wipe it down chair. Ain't really. So the Mel Meter, it was designed by a bloke. Yeah, we're going to get onto that soon. Sls Cameras. Robbie, you're ahead of us. You're ahead of us. Mel Meter is designed by Gary Golker. Some of you might have heard it. Might have heard of Gary Golker. He's been on Ghost Adventures before, but he actually designed this to contact his late daughter Melissa, and that's why it's called a Mel Meter. There's different versions of it. I think this is the older one. There's a newer one than this with nice sense on it, wherever. But yeah, that's not a bad bit of kit. Again, they're quite expensive, depending where you get them from. So, well, I ain't got our Sls camera. We have got an Sls camera. Now, most of you have seen Sls camera before, but an Sls camera basically is an Xbox 360 Connect or an Xbox One, whichever. It's the Connect from the Xbox, Microsoft Xbox. And basically what they've done is they've took this camera, put a battery, a portable battery on it, in a case, whatever, on a case, in a case, whatever. You connect a tablet to it, you put a bit of software on it, you point it, and it allegedly maps out stick figures of spirit, of energies, of ghosts, of demons, or whatever. But how it works, it projects an invisible infrared grid over a wide field of view. And the grid's made up over 1 million tiny dots. Structured grid of laser dots is what gives it the name SLS, which is structured light sensor. And the camera sensor is able to calculate the distance between these infrared dots in order to build a 3-dimensional model of its view. So it doesn't rely on visible light and colors. Instead, it sees a physical representation of the space and objects around it. This means that if something moves in the field of view, there will be a change in the distance between the dots when the camera recognizes the movements, and that's where it starts mapping things in. And the reason that a lot of ghost hunters, paranormal investigators like to use this is the camera software has the ability to recognize and highlight human figures in the images it captures. The software sees people by detecting limbs and movement. Everything is displayed in real time on the camera screen, which we use a tablet for. Use a connected tablet, and any figure it detects highlighted by overlaying a bright green stickman, which is usually a device sometimes called an SLS stickman camera. So some people think, or a lot of people think, that this you work for Amazon, Robbie. Everyone thinks that these, oh, not everyone, people think that it doesn't only pick humans up, it can pick things, human-shaped paranormal entities that are invisible to our eyes. And another plus point is it'll work in total darkness. So like I said, it's basically just a Connect sensor that's modified and able to run off a battery pack, make it portable and connected to a tablet, usually running a Windows software, so you can use the Connect SLS software installed. There is other software that you can use. But going back to Rem Pod, because I forgot, you've also got stuff like this, Rem Bears. Now these, one thing, I put a battery in it. One thing I wanted to start making. I know I'm only messing with you, Robbie, because you're Amazon. When we're on about Rem Pods, these are basically Rem Pods, but they just put a Rem Pod put in a bear. You can put a Rem Pod in anything. It doesn't have to be a bear. It can be a car. We've got that car. We've got all things, all different things. We made this one. If I can find a button to turn it on. It's that long since I've used it. There we go. Again, look, it's a Rem Pod. Something touches it. And it goes off. Shut up. So there's loads of, I mean, yeah, that's what I was going to say. there's a kit called Theremin Kit or something like that, like Robbie says. I think the kit's only about a tenner. Involves a bit of soldering, maybe a couple of extra bits if you want bigger LEDs and stuff like that. Buying a bear, putting it in bear. There's a bit of work involved, but you can make one for under £20, a Rem bear. Go online and you'll pay a lot more than £20 for them. In some places, so again, shop about. Is it all worth it? I don't know. Another thing we use is a thermal imaging camera. Again, this one isn't the best one in the world. Wasn't mega expensive, wasn't cheap either. You can get better ones, but to get better ones, you're looking at, I can't even, there you go, it's picking me up, look. Too close, I don't know. But for me, all of these things that we're using, they're all great. They're all brilliant, but one thing on its own, you could use a temp gun that you got for COVID, which is one of them laser ones. A lot of people use them laser temp things. Yeah, oh, I need one of those. Guess where I'm looking? I can't guess. Might be Amazon, but I don't know. You could use that, Joe. And you just, if you know, somebody says, "Oh, it feels cold here. I feel cold." I mean, you can like point it to one side and think, "Well, no, it's 20 degrees there. Yeah, it's 16 degrees there. There's no draft. There's no what's calling that." So yeah, you could use that for a tool for searching for, well, basic temperature changes. And they say that they do say, don't they, that spirit change temperature in a room. So it could be, it's something to validate. If somebody's had a personal experience and I've suddenly gone freezing cold, then you can validate that they have gone freezing cold because the temperature in that part of the room or whatever has suddenly dropped. And if you can't explain after looking why, yeah, most make you feel like whichever, but you can read that on that temperature thing and you can say, yeah, you're correct. You have gone cold, and then you can look to why they've gone cold. Is there a draft? Are they stood by an open window or whatever? Do you know what I mean? If they've gone hot, are they stood next to a radiator? Whatever. And if they're not, and you can't explain it, yeah, then it could be. Again, they're not expensive, like Robbie said, that one. I think they're about 20 quid, or they were. I don't know what they are now. But if you look at Sam's, at Life After Life TV Productions, I don't know if Robbie's got any on his or whatever. Sam's got a lot of stuff about equipment on there and where to get it and where to get cheaper versions. Like I said, she made a Rem Pod out of a door handle alarm. Sent me one. I forgot to get that one out, and I can't. He ain't watching me optic kitchen, sorry, to go and get it. Dead cheap to make, a few quid. Takes a bit of work, but yeah. Again, going on to other parts of equipment that we use. You've got your EVP recorders, whatever you want to call them, digital recorders. We use this phone now because it's just as good. Again, not without the flaws. A lot of these digital recorders, I ain't got one in because we use this phone. So we've got 4 or 5 of them, but they're not in here, so I can't show you them. We've all seen digital recorders. A lot of them have 3 settings: low quality, medium, and high quality one. Again, there's plenty of videos out there. I'm not here to slag EVP recorders off, or certain people that use EVP recorders, digital recorders, to catch spirit voice. One video I would tell you to go and watch is one that Steve from the Ouija Brothers did. An amazing video he did about EVP digital recorders, whatever, and the settings on them. And now, if you have it on a low setting and your coat rustles when you move, it sounds like a voice, or your feet move, and because it's on a low quality setting, it's a.
And majority of paranormal investigators have it on a low setting.
I said that without moving my lips. Some do, some don't. We use his phone, so it's just on one quality.
I know ones that do.
Yes, Lindsay. I'm not getting involved in that. Again, Robbie says, if you go on Amazon, you can get them for around £10. But then you can pay up to hundreds of pounds for them. Yeah, Yolanda says, good morning, Lindsay.
Morning.
I mean, other thing I got, we use laser grid. I mean, I suppose in a way it's like a old-fashioned SLS camera, isn't it? Because that SLS camera actually maps things in on a laser grid. We've got that laser grid you project, and if we see something come through it, it changes lights. So it's our eyes that are basically the tablet that sees it. We've caught a couple of things with a normal laser grid. Again, Robbie will tell you, laser grids aren't expensive. Laser grid pens aren't expensive. And all they are is a little laser pen, and there's a screw-on filter on it, and it just makes it into loads of dots. Robbie's on commission if you buy one, I think. So yeah, so we'll move off EVPs. So I'm not going to stop on EVPs. There's plenty of videos you can watch on about EVPs. Basically, it's just about, for us, we try and make sure we use this phone around £50 for a laser pen. So we use this phone for EVPs a lot of the time now. So we make sure we put it down. So, oh, can you? It's normally dog barking I can hear. Jules can hear the lovely birds singing from outside our house. They've gone quiet now. I know, Robbie, I'm messing with you, mate. And I'm same. I hate people getting ripped off. That's one reason I wanted to do this today about equipment, just to show a little bit of equipment, maybe explain a little bit about it, not a great deal, and just tell you all, if you're looking for it, don't just buy it from first place. Search, get in touch with Robbie, get in touch with yours, get in touch with somebody you know that's in that. Get in touch with Sam. She won't mind. And everybody will try and help you out so you're not getting ripped off. Well, that's what I hate, people getting ripped off. There's some shops out there that I've seen with prices that are absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, some prices for some of things. And if you know anybody that's got a bit of electronics knowledge, most things you can, I mean, spirit boxes, there is radios you can hack. There used to be the old Radio Shack hack. They're a fortune now because they stopped making them. These are a fortune, really. Probably SB7, it was expensive as some of them. You can get cheaper ones. But all this is spirit box. Started with Frank's box in 2002, I think it was. I got information on it. There was one before it in 80s, 90s. But yeah, spirit box. All it is, a broken radio. Basically, you pick a frequency on this, AM or FM. There's other ones that do different frequencies in AM and FM. I've seen them that do shortwave, CB, whatever. But yeah, then you select it on this one. You select what we're doing here, a sweep rate. So how fast it sweeps through, and then you sweep forward or backwards. And unfortunately, with this one, although it looks like it's speakers on front, speakers actually on the back, and you can only hear it. And you can get free spirit box. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's just basically searching through the white noise. Oh, it's scanning through radio frequencies, and you can hear the white noise. Now, some people say that you can hear the spirit voices through the white noise. Others say that the words that come through or part of the words will be put together, and they can manipulate them to make a word. Again, it's all down. But you can get spirit boxes on your phone, as Robbie says. You can get free ones. You can pay for them. We use apps. One of the apps we use is Necrophonic. Again, I think it's about, I don't know how much it is. I have no idea. I'm not telling you to buy an app. I ain't got it on this phone. But there's plenty of apps about. Again, people say, oh, I'm using an app. Apps are rubbish. We don't know. We don't know whether, Paul, we don't know whether they work or not. We have no idea. But all these tools are used. For me personally, one of them on their own, $8.99 for Android. Yeah, they're not mega expensive, but you can get free ones. I mean, one of the things we bought was an Ovilus, which is basically, it's a little box, got two antennas on. It picks up changes in temperature and EMF or whatever, allegedly, and it spits words out depending on them changes. I can't remember. We ended up paying a fortune for that because we actually got it from America, from a place that makes them. We had to pay for the Ovilus that was expensive weren't cheap, let's put it that way. And then when it sent, we actually got charged import tax as well. So we had another £100 to pay us, and it was just ridiculous. I think it ended up costing us 350 to 400 quid for this Ovilus. You can get free ones on your phone. There's a Paratech. All right, might not be as good, don't know. Some people swear by it, some people take mickey out on it. But there's free word generators, there's free spirit boxes. Robbie's put, there's a good free one, only on for Android though, and it's called Team Spirit Paranormal. There's loads. Put Spirit Box in on your Play Store. And there's loads of different ones. Spirit Box. There's some garbage ones. Just play about with them and don't pay for any unless you know. I mean, Happy Droid is a person that makes Paratech. I think they are actually making a Paratech device now, and other ones. They've got a Raptor Spirit Box on there. There's the one that Robbie put on. There's hundreds and hundreds on them, look. Hundreds on them. Yeah, that's what I mean. Just play about with them. There's a lot of crap ones. There's some that are quite good. Some of the paid ones are quite good. Some of the paid ones are crap. Some of them are quite complicated. I've got one. I think it's called Echo Vox. It's an amazing piece of kit. It's not cheap. It's about 20 quid, I think. What's expensive? Oh, look, Alex Box. That's expensive. That was 40 quid for Alice Box. I love it, but they're not cheap. You can get a free 30-day trial on Alice Box, and I know some people, they'll download it, have the 30-day trial, then they reset the tablet, do something. I don't know how it works, and then they can reinstall the 30-day trial over and over and over, and that's all they do. I don't know. I paid for it. I did pay for it because I don't know how to do that. Not that I would if I'd had it done. But for me, you've got all this equipment. And you can pay as much or as little for this equipment as you want. And like Robbie says, he's been doing it 37 years. And he always shops about for what he needs. Don't just buy. I mean, there's loads I ain't covered. We ain't got. There's these. I can't remember what they're called now. There's these light strips, and as you move over the top of light strip, it lights up individual lights and stuff like that. And they're all connected together. And there's all that stuff that Jamie had. All these different. They're all based on the same theme, but they're slightly different. There's them rope light things that he had, and all sorts of pick up static, shadow trackers, yeah. Motion sensors, all sorts you can use. I'm not saying, I'm just saying this is what we use, what I could have shown you. There's a lot of other stuff, but you don't need all that. Just take what you want. Yeah, you can build them. You can build if you can build stuff, or you know somebody who can build stuff, you can build it all a lot cheaper than what you can buy it. I ain't claiming to be no expert. As I said, there's still no experts in this field. I ain't claiming to be no expert. I'm not. These are just my opinions. They're not. It's not gospel. What I'm saying, it's just how I feel. Some people might feel different. I like a mixture of all the old school stuff and new school stuff. One thing we haven't done for a while, we've done in a few places, is the white paper, where you get a trigger object, you put it on your white paper, you draw around it, and then you leave it, and you come back and you see if it's moved. If you have a camera on it, you can see what's moved it. If you leave it, you know, these are all things. There's loads of different things. But for me, whether you've got all this equipment, whether you're just going with your camera, whether you're just going on your own and you've got your phone and you've just got a few apps on your phone and a flashlight and a flashy ball or whatever, or just a phone or some dowsing rods or a crystal and you're using a pendulum, just have fun with it. That's the main thing. Just have fun. Enjoy it. That's all I can say. Yeah, it's lovely. It's nice just to sit there, isn't it, Joe, and just see what you feel and just listen sometimes. You know, just be quiet. Just shout out. You can just shout out and see if. I mean, again, knocking. Shout out. Give a shout out. Give a shout out. Just doing. Can you copy me? Oh, you did. So, you know, whatever. Just have fun with it. Enjoy it. You don't need all this equipment. It's lovely to have some of it. Not all the equipment that's for sale in the paranormal, or not any of it, do we know if it is 100% picking up on the paranormal. We can't explain it, so it's then paranormal. Is it spirit? We don't know. We'll leave it to decide to you. A lot of things we've caught aren't even on any of this equipment. We catch odd things on this. Yeah, best take is your eyes and ears. Just enjoy it. Take a camera, your phone, whatever, apps. Just enjoy it if you're going. Just be safe wherever you're going. Just be safe. I'm not telling everyone to go out on their own and go into abandoned buildings, because you know it's showing me when you have an accident. Just don't do it. Be safe. Go out in a group. Protect yourselves if that's what you believe you need to do. Spiritually, I mean, not like wear protection. So yeah, just have fun with it. The equipment's nice. It helps. But like I say, a lot of stuff we picked up, it's just it's stuff on camera. Okay, we had that laser grid. We had that, not laser grid. Go on, we got vortexy thing we use. While that were on, we caught the shadows, but it weren't even on the vortex that we caught the shadows. It were in front of vortex. We've caught stuff with a laser grid. We've caught EVPs, but not particularly on a phone when we're recording. They've come over the camera themselves. So yeah. So anyway, I'm not going to bore you to death with any more about it, because I don't know. I ain't got much more to say about equipment. Just don't get ripped off. Don't try and keep up with the Joneses. Just buy what you need.
Be unique.
Be unique. Be yourself. Don't just do what everybody else does. If you want to just go out, use your eyes. Yeah. If you want to go out and just use your eyes, you use a flashlight and a little bit or no equipment, go out and do it. It don't really matter. It's not a necessity. Like I say, if you go and watch Steve's video on EVPs, that's pretty good. Go over to Life TV Productions. Sam, she's got some amazing videos on different paranormal equipment, and some you can make really cheap. She had some brilliant ideas for different things. There's loads out there. There's loads. Just have fun with it. Enjoy it. I can't wait to get back out investigating. I am missing it, I must admit. Last time we were out, we're at Fire Museum, so I'm a bit gutted, and my leg's in plaster now, so I have no live chit chat later ?
No, I'm going to be doing live chit chat later. I'm going to go on and do some terrors round about 4ish, I think.
Lindsay's going to go on and do some terrors about 4ish. I'll have my pot up in air. You'll see me on set here with my pot up in air. No, you won't really. So yeah, thank you for joining me today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed us a little. Again, it's not. It is what it is. Tried to make it as fun as possible. Not got too in depth with what this and that is, and how good this is and how good that is. The equipment's as good as the investigator. Like I said, that one, I can do it now. Is redeeming here. Do you want to hurt me? No. It's as good as the investigator. Any of the equipment. So enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Lindsay, you'll see you about 4 o'clock. Claire has left us something we want to work with. Now, I'm not going to tell you the name on it. It's a little plaque that we found by somebody while they were metal detecting. But I think it's from the 1700s, this plaque. Not even sure where it's off. It's got his name, and then it says at the wet dock, and then the name of the place. So I don't know, but she's left us that to try and wait. We'll see if we can get anything. We might do some like with spirit boxes, that type of thing. We could do. I mean, this is office now. Office is in living room. So yeah, we bought everything downstairs because we're on his own now. He just thought it easy, so everything's down here now. But yeah, we'll sort something out. We'll do something. I'm hoping it's only going to be a couple of weeks until I'm back out. At least being able to walk on my leg in some way, so we can go out and investigate, even if it's in a location where it don't involve a great deal of walking. You know, it is what it is, isn't it? But yeah, stay safe, guys. We shall see you later on this afternoon.
Oh, NLP talk on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, we have the NLP most expensive. It's having. Yeah, batteries are probably the most expensive thing when you've got all this electronic equipment, replacing batteries and everything. Costs you a fortune. I bought rechargeables for them. I think they were off Amazon. They were off Amazon, Robbie. I think we're about 20 quid for 5 batteries and a charger. Can't go wrong. I forgot. Yeah, NLP chat on Tuesday. We have Lindsay, Paul Goddard, and Steve.
And Steve's going to be talking about the spiritual side of NLP.
And Steve's going to be talking about the spiritual side of NLP. So yeah, that's Tuesday night, 8:30, is it?
Yeah.
Around 8:30.
So hosted by Paul, but I'm joining.
So hosted by Paul, but Lindsay's joining. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Lindsay will see you about 4 o'clock this afternoon doing some tarots. Stay safe and see you all later. Take care, guys. Bless be. Bye.